What's going on, family? Doc is in the building, and we are here to talk about elections, the next 4 years of political progress, and we are also here to talk about self-governance under indigenous government and why that will be so important over the next 4 years. So hopefully everybody is in the building who wants to be. If you see me changing looks on the cameras, I got YouTube right here, IG right here, Facebook right here. So I want you to share this video with as many people as you can so you can understand the gravity of what is happening and why it's important to think strategically as possible with your level of knowledge that you may have. For those of you who voted for me, I thank you. I literally got messages in the thousands, and this is from Georgia, South Carolina, Virginia, PA, California, everywhere, Illinois, people all across the country who actually cast their vote for me. It was symbolic in the truest sense of we have to educate people where we can on exactly how this can be done. And I wanted to use myself as a template. I'm not new to this. I'm not new to politics. We started our own government in 2005, and we've been running it successfully since, over a decade. It took over 6 years to develop the curriculums for which we operate in ARNA, and those developed into the Aboriginal Medical Association, ARNA Aboriginal Law Firm, and the institutions that we run in ARNA, all of them. And some of those institutions have become institutions that you own, and they are protected. They are protected internationally. They are protected domestically. They are protected by rights that we have, and we've been successful in building up probably more entrepreneurs than any other institution of indigenous people ever to exist. And that is hard work and intelligent work that allow for those things to come about. It hasn't been easy over the years, and anything of value has great difficulty attached to it. All right. So look, I was of the mindset that, of course, I was not going to win this year. Like I said, it was symbolic, and I'll get to that later. But I was of the mindset that it was safer for our people if Donald Trump won the election. We don't know at this point who will win the election. It is looking more like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris will win, and that is a great problem to you as a people. And let me explain why. You just went through an alleged pandemic that caused Black businesses in the hundreds of thousands to shut down, some of them permanently. Caused businesses and other groups to shut down. Now, when we think about economics, the greatest economics that sustains itself is entrepreneurialism and longevity in that entrepreneurial activity. We just went through months of things that caused people to lose a lot of things. And behind that is deception. That's the only way that you can deal with it. All right. You can't sugarcoat it. It's deception. Now, when Joe Biden gets back in, if he does get in, and most likely he will, he's already said that he's going to push for COVID lockdowns again. And if that starts in January and moves to February into March, or however long it goes, it's going to cause more people to lose jobs, right? More people to lose work. I am here to tell you that we've done the experiment in order for us to get the remedy that we need. And here is what we need. It's very simple. We need strategic involvement and integration into politics in order to get what we want as a people. When I say as a people, I'm talking about the people who are the descendants of genocide and denationalization, who are now misnomered African Americans, Black Americans, those types of things. We are the people who are descended from that. An example of that would be, I can trace my lineage and find that. Barack Obama can't trace his lineage and find that because one of his parents, who are labeled under the colloquial term Black, is a Kenyan, according to what we know. And so he is not connected lineally to anybody who went through that genocide and denationalization in North America. Okay. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad grew up in Georgia, and we can trace his lineage to that reality. Minister Farrakhan, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, did not. His parents are from islands who did not go through that in this particular jurisdiction. So this is important to understand because we're dealing with political remedy for people who have had no respect. I call it closet racism. To imply that Jews who went through 9 years of a Holocaust, for the most part, people who agree that they deserve to get reparative remedy. And they have been given that. They have been given a whole state that they took from other people. Every year, you pay taxes so Jewish people in the state of Israel can run their military budget, all types of things. You pay taxes for it. You did not participate in the genocide that happened in Germany, but you pay taxes out of American money to support Israel for their autonomy as a people because they went through 9 years of a Holocaust. You went through centuries of a Holocaust, and even though the argument has been raised, it's been raised improperly, but even with that improperly raising of the remedy, the response, especially from Democrats, has been pretty much dismissive. And so what you're looking at is by 2040 being a dinosaur here. And so you have one way to deal with this and one way only to actually survive. And that is strategic, proper integration into politics. And most importantly, your own body politic or government. You cannot get around it. You will not survive. You will not survive politically. You will not survive economically. You will not survive educationally. You will not even survive your health experience here based on what I'm about to say to you. You won't survive. You're not going to survive with the way you just behave by voting for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Let me give you an example. According to what the statistics are telling us, Joe Biden might win Michigan, right? And the key is that 85% of the vote in Detroit went to Joe Biden. That means predominantly Black people in Detroit voted for Joe Biden. How? How? He was a part of an administration under Obama that caused your home, your residents to lose more housing than any other place in history within a presidency. And the president at that time was Barack Obama, who protected the banks and bailed them out. He was a part of that administration. His racist statements in history are already on record. but you're willing to forgive him. You're willing to go out in Detroit and vote for him when COVID came and they were pro lockdown and using their power and their voice at the time to cause you to lose the jobs that you had. Detroit is basically a damn trap house right now for black people. I'm not being disrespectful when I say that. It's on its way to be like Camden, New Jersey was. So you took yourself out to the polls in the cold and voted for Joe Biden. Less of a threat. If you voted for me, you're cool. But Trump is less of a threat. I think I need to change where my YouTube is streaming at. It always does this. Let me stop the stream. I don't know why it does this, but